It's pretty uncommon for a homicide suspect to call police directly after the murder and confess to the crimes, but that's exactly what happened with 22-year-old Jason Crade-Fontana earlier this year. He's back in court this week, and I'm here to give you the rundown on his case ahead of Friday's hearing. Crade-Fontana was arrested in February of this year after calling police to confess to killing his roommate, Thomas Woodard, a 34-year-old from Colorado Springs diagnosed with Williams syndrome. We learned quite a bit about Crade-Fontana during his May preliminary hearing. We got to hear the 911 call he placed to police where he's overheard telling call takers that medical attention is not needed, that the roommate is already deceased, and kind of just confessing it all. Police tell him to step outside with his hands in the air and he's taken into custody. From there, the court also got to hear the hours-long interview that Crade-Fontana did with detectives where he detailed the assault. He also detailed some of his past struggles with anxiety, bipolar disorder, autism, and he had told the detective that he had thought about killing someone on and off for quite some time. According to the autopsy report, Woodard was stabbed about 65 times, and both the knife and the katana were found at the scene while detectives were doing a search. Also, in the interview, Crade-Fontana tells police that Woodard was one of his best friends and that he had studied psychopaths and sociopaths but didn't believe he was one of them because he did feel remorse. So during this interview with detectives, you can kind of see him, and he's not making great eye contact with the detectives. And when the detective asks, hey, what's the reason for this? He says whenever he looks at someone, he envisions stabbing them in the neck and that he sees most objects as weapons. Crade-Fontana told that detective that he never planned on getting away with this crime. So on Friday, he's back in court for an arraignment hearing, which either he's expected to enter a guilty or not guilty plea or possibly enter into a plea agreement with the prosecution. However, a few months ago, the defense informed the court that he might be entering a not guilty by reason of insanity plea, which is a little bit uncommon in the 4th Judicial District. This is next on the docket, and stay with the Gazette this week for updates on this case. If you have any questions, send me an email. Thanks for watching.